Hello and welcome to my first ever Plan With Me video. I'm Sammy Jo, also known as Bujo from Instagram. I've done a few flip-through videos before, but I've never done an actual Plan With Me. So you'll have to excuse the setup, it's not great. I was in the garden yesterday taking advantage of the sunshine. There are shadows from my two little girls who are running around, and the angle is probably not the best either, but it's the first attempt, you have to let me off for that one. So this month I've been using a Dr. Seuss theme, and I've been doing the one book July, where I decided to restrict my supplies rather than the actual book, since I use one book for everything anyway. So I've cut down to using just 4 pens and a pencil. I use Staedtler pigment liners and Tombow dual brush pens, and again I limited my colours to just the yellow and the grey. This week is all about Gertrude McFuzz, and here I am drawing the doodle that I like to add in, or I try and add in each page. I tend to use a pencil everything in first, and obviously if there's big mistakes or if something doesn't quite fit, I can rub it out and have another go. And then my first task is always to go around everything in my 0.1 Staedtler pigment liner. I love this size, it allows me to pick out lots of detail and add lots of little bits and pieces in there, and it really shows up nicely. And then sometimes I'll go around it in my 1.0, but this week I decided to just leave that as it was. I really love the style of Dr. Seuss illustrations. They're really kind of sketchy with lots of little bits of detail in. I'm really pleased with the way that this month's gone. Here she is. Now my weeklies have kind of evolved since when I first started, and they were really very complicated. Lots of little boxes here trying to fit everything in. And over the last probably 4 months or so, I've tried out lots of different things, from Dutch doors down to kind of using an amalgamation of a daily and a weekly all rolled into one. I don't actually do enough in the day to warrant planning or pre-planning a daily spread for each day. So what I tend to do is use my dailies more as a memory keeping activity. And previous to this month, I've been using lots and lots of stickers, character stickers in particular, and doodles and lettering in my dailies to fill them in. But since one book July, I've stripped out the stickers and have just limited myself to having to kind of doodle myself. So here I am outlining my to-do box. I use the thicker pen, so the 1.0 Staedtler for this. I like my outlines to be nice and thick and broad so they really show up. And then I'm just going around the outside of my kind of weekly habit tracker. I do a monthly habit tracker which tracks bits and pieces from things to do with me and things to do with my children. We're kind of potty training with my littlest, and my eldest has just kind of cracked it. We've finally gone on to nights with no pull-ups or anything. But yeah, so I use my monthly one to track those kind of things, and then my weekly is more to do with my challenges, making sure that I keep up with those, and like daily chores, so dishes and bits and pieces. And again, I fill everything out in the 0.1, writing and kind of inside lines, and all the outside lines I tend to go around in the 1.0 Staedtler, just to give it that really defined look. And I've gone for a quote this week. Again, it's all from Gertrude McFuzz, and I'm using the 0.1 for this because it's really fine, and again it allows me to fit kind of smaller letters into a smaller space. I love the story of Gertrude McFuzz. It makes you realise that you need to be happy with what you've got rather than always striving or trying to be better than everyone else around you.
Must be something better, so we carry on, and we have to suffer. And they say, whoa, that we've got no problems, but we got, whoa, more than we can handle.
So my challenges I do each week, you'll see down in that habit tracker. I do Rando Doodles, which is hosted by Llama Letters, and I also do her Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge, which you'll see on the second page of my weekly spread. And then I have my own challenge, which is Cartoon Doodles. I love doodling cartoon characters and trying to copy out the different styles and things. So I've been doing hosting a challenge on that each month. This month's all about Hanna-Barbera. So it's nice to reminisce about all those cartoons I used to watch as a kid. I used to do Oh So Cute Doodles, but this month and kind of the end of last month, I was moving house and I was struggling to fit them all in. So I decided to kind of cut that one back this month and just focus on the ones that I really enjoy doing and felt like I would have enough time to kind of keep up with. Here I am adding a bit of colour. I got the grey Tombow added in and the yellow just for a bit of highlight. It's been interesting trying to focus on just those colours this month. I love colour and restricting myself to just those two has been quite hard. I tend to use that grey as shadows for my boxes and my letters from week to week. So you'll see if you flick back through my Bujo, you'll see it crops up in nearly every week. Here I am trying to fill out my dailies now. So I use a Scribbles That Matter journal, and you can quite comfortably fit 3 columns into a Scribbles That Matter by splitting it into 8 with a gap of 1 square in between each one. So I doodled my quick outline of a feather in pencil, and I've gone over it with the black, again 0.1 Staedtler, and I'm just going around the outlines and adding a bit of detail in with extra kind of lines around the outside. And then what I'll use these for is for each day will be a column, and I'll just doodle down things and letter in things that have cropped up during the day that I've done. And this is all slightly sped up, so I don't tend to work that quick. There's my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going in. And then I'll rub out all those pencil lines before I go in with the Tombow. There we go, they're all rubbed out. And unfortunately I didn't quite get the top bit of that in shot. I'm working with a very small tripod at the minute for the camera. It doesn't quite fit everything in that I wanted to. Hey, that's what practice is for. There I am going around the outline with the yellow, and then I'll do the next one in grey. Just to add a bit of colour, otherwise I get a bit plain and a bit boring. Especially without the character stickers that I've been using in previous months. They add, a nice bit of colour and everything to it. And this month being just doodles, it's I feel if I don't add little bits of colour in there, it gets a bit boring. There you go, look. There's the second bit of the yellow. Yellow's my favourite colour, which is why everything is yellow. My Bujo itself is a yellow. Scribbles That Matter. The table I'm working on is one of my children's tables actually, and it's plastic. It costs all of £5, but it's yellow. It's my favourite colour. And that's again why I picked yellow this month. Slightly obsessed. Just slightly. And this is the second page. So I'll fit 4 feathers on this page. There'll be 3 on the first half of it, and then I'll split the last feather on that last page. And I'm sorry if you can hear my children shouting in the background. It's the summer holidays, and we have a new garden to explore, and they are thoroughly enjoying themselves, but making a lot of racket at it. Sorry about that, I just had a stampede of 2 little children running in on me. So yeah, I'll fit 4 feathers in on this page. And feather 3. And then for that final space on that second page that I would like to, that I have left over, I squeeze in my Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge. And the Scribbles That Matter journal splits quite nicely vertically into 7 boxes. So if you mark off 2 spaces at the top, there's 37 squares, I think. So if you mark off the 2 and then split each box into 5, it works out really nicely. And for me, it's just enough space to do my lettering challenge each day. And there's a lovely motorbike in the background. It's summer down in Cornwall, so the traffic is rife. And there's lots of it at the minute. It's one of the downfalls of living in such a beautiful part of the country. And there's me battling with the elements in the garden. And there's the grey one. So I'm struggling at the minute to come up with my theme for August. So if you have any suggestions or any ideas, you can pop them in the comments down below. I think I've had a few different suggestions of the ocean and using kind of a blue theme. Back to school, although for me, back to school won't be till September. So I may use that one then. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to do yet. Normally some kind of inspiration will hit me and I'll go with it. It's normally right at the last minute, of course, as well. So here I am with my 1.0 Staedtler. Just outlining my Llamas Love Lettering Every Damn Day challenge. My lines are atrocious on this one. I'm not good with rulers. I'm not patient enough to line them all up properly, so I tend to freehand. And sometimes it works out all right. Other times it comes out all wobbly, much like this week's. But I guess that just adds to the charm of it being hand-drawn. And I always struggle to fit the challenge name at the top of this page. I've abbreviated it before and then tried to squeeze it in each week. It's a mess. It's just a really long box. So I can't, abbreviating it doesn't take up enough space. But it's a really long challenge name and trying to fit it in, it doesn't always work. There's my Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And I think, I'm going to add the weather in here. So I tend to like adding the weather in at the top of each column, just so I know roughly what to prepare for. We're in the middle of a heat wave at the minute, which is nice. Although my garden could do with some water, some rain. I only tend to doodle up to Wednesday with my weather, just because, it tends to change quite a bit. And it's more accurate only for the first few days. So there's my to-do box. And I'm going to squeeze kind of a waiting box over here. This is things that I'm waiting on. So often Happy Mail and that kind of thing, or a particular email. I'm going to letter in July over here in yellow. There we go. And that's pretty much it for my weekly. It's quite an easy setup. And here's the final product. Next video I'm hoping will be my monthly setup. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to film that one, if it'll work with two little ones running around in the background, but I'll have fun trying. So if you enjoy this video, please hit subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on my next one. Bye.